Oh, hey, y'all, everybody. Welcome. We're not going to kick off just yet. We've got Giddy here, but we're going to do intros in a minute. We're just going to let everybody get settled. And me and Gideon were just talking about his trip to the States, and we were talking about food. So while everybody gets settled in, I thought it'd be nice, Gideon, to keep going. So what was your favorite food when you were in New York?
Well, there was plenty of it, of course. I'm a fan of burgers. Like I can rank a place based on the burgers they served. So I basically taste every hamburger out there in the world. And New York was really, really good. But in Winewood in Miami, I found the best burger.
From
Wow.
where?
Cowie was really, really
Ah,
good.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I loved Cowie.
Yes,
Was really,
Wynwood
really nice.
has incredible food. And
Yeah.
I yes, when I lived in Miami, I was in Wynwood at least once a week, probably. Well, every other week.
Yeah,
It's
yeah. We've
fantastic.
been there 1 month, and like every week we went to Winewood in some point, and we ate like tacos and the Thai food and the burgers and like wow, I can still like, but the flavor is still there. Like even though I came from the state like 2 weeks ago, I still like I missed it. Like it was really really nice. Like I loved it. I love the South Beach, and I love New York, of course. I actually been in the New York Eve in the Times Square. My wife and I spent like 9 hours. It was insane, but it was worth it. It was like it's wild. It was really really fun. We were close to the stages, so we had a blast. Like definitely, I loved it.
I love it. I love it. Look, Mike, Mark, Gil, Tim, Evan, Bernd, Andrea, welcome everybody. Look, for those of you who are just joining us, today we're talking about AI to ROI, transforming business workflows. This is what we're talking about. And joining us is Gideon. Y'all know him. We love him. I call him Giddy, and that's actually a synonym for happy, so it even works out even better. So, Giddy, welcome.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I saw all the experts before me getting introduced by you and interviewed, and I'm excited that it's finally my turn. And I hope you're gonna guys enjoy. I'm gonna show you lots of stuff, motivate you to build your client's solution. Gonna give you a huge amount of profits, and maybe even for yourself, you're gonna build something for your own sake. I know I did it already. Like after some years building Glide solution, I finally started to myself, and it's amazing. It's fun, and I'm excited. I'm just waiting to show the stuff. So you will tell me, Brett, when you get started.
I'm excited. Let's do this. So first off, just so for those of you joining, here's what we're going to tackle today. We're going to learn a little bit about Giddy and what he's doing with his agency. Then he's going to walk us sort of through his process, what he does differently and what he provides his clients. Then we're going to look, he's prepared a slide deck to kind of walk us through some concrete examples of business solutions that he's provided and the challenges that he helped his clients overcome. And then we're going to have a Q&A. So if you have any questions for Giddy, you can drop them in the chat right here. I'll be watching, and I might ask him as we go along, or I might wait towards the end. But just drop any questions you have, and I'd love to do that. So let's jump in. Giddy, tell me first off, tell us a
Yes.
little bit about you. Where do you live in the world? I mean, I know, but you know.
Yeah. So basically, I have dual passports. I'm Israeli and also Portuguese. So currently, I'm living in Greece, in an island not so little called Crete, on the west side. We have here a NATO base and the US Navy base. So like kind of close to America, but not really. Living by the beach. It's starting to be warm and having a lot of fun here. My wife and I traveled for the last 5 years thanks to Glide. I was able to work remotely and develop my own business. And I literally traveled the world, like South America and Europe. Our next destination is Asia. After we just been in the US. So we are like now we are a bit slowed down. We only traveling about 3 to 4 months in a year, and not like before when we pass each month to different destinations. So a bit slowed down. But yeah, like Glide opened a huge amount of opportunity for me, especially in COVID. And yeah, what can I say? It's a brand new world out there where you don't need to learn any data science. You don't need to be like a computer science student just to develop software. You can literally learn it by yourself. Just watch some YouTube videos, try and fail. And I'm the living proof that this is possible.
So you're also an OG. How long have you been a Glide expert?
Wow, it's been a long time. Even longer than you, Brett, and even longer than David, our amazing product manager. I'm here since 2020, since COVID started, basically. Got laid off from my tourism management position and I had to reinvent myself. So I started Glide, and in 2021, August, I officially became a certified Glide expert, joined the Slack. Like, I've been there when they just built the Slack. So I like really want like with Robert and Jesus, and like we were like kind of 30 or 40 of us in the beginning, and now it's like a whole huge community, and it's been like a long way. Definitely, it's been a long way. Glad is totally different than it was back then, and yeah.
We've come a long way, and we're coming up on our 2-year expert program anniversary, which we might have some news on that soon. So let's jump into this. First off, thanks for coming, Giddy. I'm glad you're here, and I really want to learn from you. So so for those who are just joining us, we're talking about AI and how Giddy is using this to really help companies win big. And I know you're coming with some examples, so I'll let you take it from here. Tell us a little bit about what you do differently, what's your process, and how you help these companies, and then let's jump into the examples. But if you want to kick off your presentation, now's the time.
Sure. I will start the presentation. I'm just gonna say one thing. I did graduate from master's in business management, and I feel like my education that I got there really helped me when I'm developing solution for businesses, because I can understand how a business works. I understand the HR department, the marketing, and basically a strategy for the business. So sometimes I find myself as a business consultant, kinda, for the businesses. And I think this is one of the advantages that I have. Any knowledge is worthable, and you can use anything that you learn in life. But I do feel like the information and knowledge that I got from my master's and bachelor is really helpful to me and what I'm doing today. So go to college. You don't know where it's gonna take you.
Awesome.
So now let's dive to a short presentation that I created for today. I'm gonna show you 3 business cases. One, we're gonna talk about how I increased revenue for my client. Another is efficiency, so it's reduced time and cost. And the third one will be how I got them from using huge amount of platform to just single one called Glide. And that's, of course, also save them money for instead of purchasing a lot of plans, you now just pay the one subscription in one place. And of course, like any other software that I'm building, I'm trying to reduce work hours and increase the ability of a business to create more, not only to sell, but also to create more services, more product, or whatever they are doing. Our first case, that this guy I just talked to him today. He crossed another ceiling, which is really exciting of what he does. He just made he just told me like in his Stripe account, he just made like the 18K in 1 month. Is like breaking records. Now I'm gonna talk about it, and I will talk about a bit more about what he's doing and where he came from. So we have Joe. Joe is on a Hamilton company. He started off as like something totally different. He was like a real estate agent, and then he decided to help his partner to be a dog walker. He's living in Jersey City, where, as you know, you have a lot of buildings, not many parks. People are busy walking all day, and nobody's taking care of their furry friends. So they need some help to somebody get their dog and walk with him, give him some company, feed him, and whatever. So Joe had to this point where they had about 50 dogs per week, which is a lot. Imagine every dog need to walk about 20 to half an hour. That's a huge amount of time that he need to do. Like it's literally a full-time job. And then he approached to me once he decided, okay, I want to go from freelancer to a company, to a business where I have my own workers and I need to just manage them. and then he can grow. Because if he's just selling his time, he can't grow. You need to, you need to grow out from this. So he found Glide, and he found me on the Glide expert page. We contact about 7-8 months ago. He already making 4,000 a week in revenue, and he just crossed it with the 18K. So basically his problem was, as I said, like manual work, freelancing. So the solution was to create an app that can host all of this information. Just a side note, I cannot really show the builder. I cannot really show like what actually I did. First of all, I don't have enough time. And secondly, I'm signing NDA with my client because this kind of solution can really help the competitors and stuff like that. So I cannot really show you the builder. So I brought some screenshot. Hope this help you illustrate like and imagine how this apps looks like.
Yeah, I think a lot of the experts understand that because I think some of their builds are also protected by NDAs. That's very common in the space. So he started off doing this, and now he's making 4K a week, and that's after you improved this process.
Yeah, basically from freelancing, when he just had to go door by door to client, close the deal, and then schedule a walk with Excel, or in the best case, or even write it as a note. Now his clients can order walks, they can pay for it in the app, and then all what he need to do is scheduling and matching the walker. And even that we are doing now with AI. So basically he can choose a walker, as you can see on the right hand side, and then once he's gonna choose a walker, that walker daily schedule will appear, and the Glide AI will look at the schedule and look at what the client preferred, and then he will basically put the time starting point based on the schedule. So he doesn't even need to do that, manually choosing the time and whatnot. AI just giving it to him. Now, basically our next step that we are working on is automating the workflow of adding walks. Meaning, imagine you're a person in New Jersey City and you have 2 dogs, and now you can go this app, buy a weekly subscription, say, I want my dogs to travel like once a day at 12 noon every day. Then with the new schedule triggering that Glide presented this year, I can actually, every week, I can add those walks in that specific time that he chose. And basically, he can just drop the phone, his dog being walked every week on the same time. The walker get notified on the same time every week. Everything is automated. Like nobody need to touch anything. The walker just see his day, go to the dog that he need to do it, take the dog, send the reports back to the client with some poor report, because this is the best way to measure the health of a dog without, go to a vet. And this whole system is automatic. So everybody's happy. The worker is happy because they have daily scheduled. The client is happy because he barely need to touch anything or schedule or talk with Joe all the time. Joe is happy because he only need to be focused on hire new clients. And this is just a monster, just getting bigger and bigger every week. It's insane. We're now starting to develop. We're now probably going to need to build it from scratch on Glide big tables, because all of the data that he put in. So this like a small thing became like monstrous. It's amazing. This is like one of my best success stories, and I really want to show you this today.
I'm curious. Does it also? I don't know this. I'm actually curious. When do the users that use this app, they schedule it, they pay, do they get notified after the walk is complete?
Yes, they do. Once the walker saying that they complete the walk, immediately the client will get a report of how the walk was with the notes and images and all of these things, and of course link to the app where he can go into the app and he can leave a possum tip for a possum walk. So those walkers even not only get paid by a walk, they even can get tips. So imagine that.
That's crazy.
It's really like, it's as a simple idea became something like company size. Even now we introduce, if you can see here, boarding, so he can even doing daycare for the dogs. You can order daycare, you can order walks, and sooner than later, we're probably gonna contact, dog like pet shops around, maybe to do some affiliation, putting some products. They can order it from them. I don't know. This like
It's turning into a full-fledged product, and you're
it's
converting
insane. Yeah.
experts to being dog walkers now. This is really awesome.
Yeah. So just dog walking, he become like a full, like, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't know. It blows my mind basically. Of course, he sees the opportunity, and he's the person on the ground. You need to identify a need that you can give it a solution. This is his job. He did that. But to build the solution, that's where Glide, and with the help of me, built,
I have one question. How do you, from Mustafa, how do you handle the payments?
Stripe, basically. I'm using Pay Here, but probably we'll need to remove that and use only Stripe. But right now, we're embedding payment link with Pay Here, and the user just seeing the payment link inside. There's a cart, basically adding all the walks that he wants and pay for the cart, or he purchased a walk package, and then every week he have like 4 weeks that he can schedule without paying, but he can also pay extra if he needs to. So basically, he pay inside the app, and with catching the webhook from Pay Here link page, I'm catching the webhook and bring back the payment inside the app to recognize that he actually paid for it, and now this walk is paid for and can be scheduled.
These poop reports, that's crazy fun. That's crazy fun. I mean, think about the being able to gloat as, the purveyor of this software. Like, we've successfully helped 10,000 poops this month. I don't know. That's funny. That's crazy. Sorry. This is great. We do have questions. I'm going to come back to that one, Raj. So Giddy, I'll let you go to the next one. This is fantastic though.
Yeah. It's really one of my best success stories in such a short amount of time. We got to this huge success, and it's just growing and growing. It's really crazy. Next, we're talking about an Israeli company called Tornado. They're dealing with AC. They're installing AC, but they're really, really big, meaning that you can of course buy private AC, personal AC to your home, but their big client are like hotels and like a whole building. Basically, these are the client that bring the most revenue. And with those kind of clients, they needed my help. So their problem is they have field agent, and this field agent need to go to Hilton Hotel, right, which have like 18 floors, and he need to map the whole building, floor by floor, room by room, and decide how many ACs they want, how many remote control they need, and so on and so on and so on. It's not only the AC, of course. You have the motor behind it, the engine, and you have parts, and like, I don't want to get into that. Even it just gives me a headache of like so many products they need to sell. So this guy need to map the whole fucking building. Sorry for my language. He need to do all the building, which can take him like a whole day. And then in the end, he need to basically, after he wrote it, he going to Excel in his laptop, and now we need to make the offer in some Excel, and then he send that to approval to his manager, and only then they can send it to the client to be approved. And this whole process can take up to 1 week, which is huge, a lot of time. If you have a lead, it's getting colder. In this week, other companies can come by and quote him a different price. So until he will get the quote, he will already he can close a deal with somebody else. And we're talking about huge quote, like huge price offers, like worth a lot. Solution to build a Glide app for fast quote generation. So this in Hebrew, so it's right to left. with CSS. In Glide, you can do that. If somebody wondering. And basically now what happens that this field agent can come with his phone or tablet, go inside the building, map whatever he needs, but because this is a software now, the price quotation is building itself while he goes. So every room, every floor that he finished, he immediately see how much it worth, how many engine he have, and if he have some error, so he need to fix it. For example, you forgot to, I know, you put 100 NCs and you only 99 remotes. Pay attention, you're missing one remote. So it's not only he can create faster quotes, it's also reducing human error, right? So in the end of the day, they reduced a process of 1 week to just 1 day. So he's starting quotes in the day because his manager already seeing the live quotation building along the way. Immediately, you can just click a button, create a PDF, get in approval. The client will get it in by the end of the day. And of course, they have way higher chances to close the deal. So I reduced them time, which is worth money because you don't need to pay that agent so many work hours. Increases their chances to close deals, right? And yeah, so basically we're talking about efficiency in this use case. It's more about efficiency. Of course, the result also increase in revenue, and of course, but the main point here was efficiency and reduced time of those agents.
I see this a lot. At Glide. Nate's right. Like field agents is a really strong use case for Glide. And a question that Nate has is, are there any integrations with third-party tools like a CRM or email notifications within this app or even SMS?
No, not needed. Just email, and I'm using here PDF Monkey. Sorry, not PDF Monkey, Doc Automator, to create the PDFs. So, just templates, creating the PDF and sending it. The main work here was this cart that you need to create. Like imagine it's a cart, that the cart is a building, and inside the building you have floors, and inside the floors you have rooms. So this was the hard part here. PDF creation is also a bit difficult, but after you're doing it sometime, like the first time you're gonna create a PDF for clients, it's gonna be hard. But after sometimes you understand what you need to do with the JSON and all of those things, so it became easier. But the card here was the difficult part. And also, there's some other features like specific discount the agent can get. Like this agent can get from 20 to 30% if he wants. But the other agent is like premium agent, so we give him a permission to make even 50% off because we trust him or whatever. So this was like the not like the hard thing to solve here, but even
I love these solutions, these app solutions that you've created, because these are taking needs in a specific industry, solving a problem. And so this is in operation. Are they landing leads faster? Has this already improved their growth?
Yeah, definitely. They are using it like a lot. I can see from the updates, of course, as part of their team, I can see the updates are hard because they're using update for emails and the PDF creations. So they don't have a lot of users because these are like premium agents. You don't need so many agents. Israel is small. But the updates increasing by the month, so they're definitely use it a lot.
I love seeing success stories like this. This is fantastic.
Yeah. Should we go to the third one?
Yes.
All right. So our third story called Remote Office. This time we're talking about Australian company. See, I got like a story from every corner of the world, every time zone possible. The difficult thing here is, of course, the time zones. I'm talking with them in my morning and their evening, so stuff like that. But we are making it. This is a long-term client, like 3 years now. They actually made me their CTO on their website. I'm like really invested in this company. Basic remote office. Their problem was they're using a lot of platforms, like ClickUp and GitHub and Invoice and many platforms just to manage their clients. Their clients basically are companies who need to hire freelancers for a certain type of job. For example, developing a coded app or website or a marketing campaign or whatever it is. They don't want employees, they just want freelancer for this one project that could be taking like a year or two, but still it's just one project, it's not something for life. So those guys, remote office, had this idea where they can be like kind of HR department, but remotely. They managing all the process of those freelancers, from hiring to leave, attendance, evaluation, reports, everything. They're doing everything for you. You don't need to handle anything. And basically they your HR manager, which is awesome. Like, it's really nice idea. And of course, the solution again is a Glide app that's gonna manage everything. Currently, they have 3 apps in their Glide account. One for internal team. So we're talking about the admins, service lead, HR, customer success, and commercial, and those kind of jobs, which are actual employees of remote office. Another one is for the freelancers themselves. And the third one is for the client, which again is companies with users underneath. So each company can have like 5 or 10 users, depends on the size. So it's kind of like CRM inside a CRM, kind of like that. I did it I separated these 3 apps instead of just one, mainly for security reasons. We really want to utilize Glide's raw owner feature, and this is the best way to do it. So everybody can see only their information, and there is no way to hack it, because those freelancers guys are, it's just not the regular user. They are coders. They know what they are doing. So this was the best way to protect the information needed. So yeah, this app, as you hope you can see it, it's not too small. And this is like the client side. So basically, you can see they have their talents, which are the freelancers. They have the just reports. Basically, they have like a monthly evaluation for each freelancers, and then in the end of the year, they have a yearly evaluation. So we can also see we can always see who is the best talent in our team, who maybe we should hire to a different project, and who we want to leave behind and we don't want him anymore. So basically, freelancers have motivation to excel and do their best, because they need to get great ratings, so they can be hired to different companies or maybe another project of that same company. And then they can send power-ups. Power-ups is like kind of like tips for the freelancer. They can buy their computers or whatnot. They can monitor the leave, so freelancer can request a leave, and then a client can, he can approve, decline, stuff like that. Those freelancers need to punch in attendance, so they're gonna attend in the end of the day, in start of the day, in the end, they need to write whatever they did in that day. So basically, the idea here is to give the company, the client, clear transparency of what they are paying for. Like, this is kind of the main thing here. And we did something with AI here that is very interesting with the hiring process. So we have here candidate pipeline, which basically you describe to Glide AI the position, how many years of experience, minor stuff like that you need. And then it will take you in a form in steps and give you the posts that you need to put on LinkedIn, the tags that you need to put in, interview questions when that person approach you, if even going to create a test for that kind of position, for example, a Glide developer. So we're going to ask him how you, I don't know, some numbers or something, and then your answer need to be like rollups. So it's that sophisticated. You create the whole process and then post to LinkedIn as well. And then you get all of this information, plug in inside the Glide again, and then you eventually from 200 applicants, you get to the top 5, give those 5 to the clients and the result that they get, and they can choose the best guy for the job. So they're really perfecting, it's the whole HR process, they're really perfecting it. And it's really great. It's like really awesome to work with them. We're adding a lot of stuff along the years and just getting bigger and bigger. They made like really nice YouTube video about their software, which is nice to see on YouTube. And if you want to search for it, remoteoffice.io is the website, and you can be impressed.
That's really cool.
That's more or less it. So in the end of the day, they reduced almost $2,000 from subscriptions. Instead of like multiple platforms, they now use just the one, which have everything and is customizable. You can add more and more stuff. This is really great about Glide, that you can always modify it. It's never boring. Like every week you can add more and more and more. Like it's never ending. Like in Glide, your imagination is your limit. Like really.
I'm gonna steal some of those quotes right there, and you might see those floating around. I really like that. This is really interesting. Let's go to Q&A. I'm sure there's probably some technical questions that some experts probably want to ask. I do have one from Tom. What database? Let me just go over here and do this. And then
I'm ready for questions, guys.
Let's go.
Hit me with your best.
Giddy.
Yeah.
What database do you run to run applications that use records like Tornado? Is this on Glide Big Tables?
No, Tornado specific is on Glide Tables, because this time they don't use a lot of data, because again, it's Israel, it's small. You need to have in Israel, it's a small place. You have like a limited amount of hotels you can sell those kind of stuff. So that specific solution, it was like the Glide Tables is enough. You don't need more.
So let's see. So Nate likes your Doc Automator. Like when you added that, he likes that integration. And I think
it's creating PDF like lightning fast. Like you will surprise how fast it is. It's really nice.
So I mean, Raj has a pricing question, and I'll probably head that one off. One thing I try to stay away from is asking what experts build, because people build in different regions in the world. Also, depending on what a client needs depends on whether they're on an enterprise plan or a business plan. So depending on which plan and what they need, I would always refer. Like you can see if they're using Glide. Oh, there was a really good question. Let me go back to that. But depending on what an app is using, it pretty much tells you what plan they're on. So how did you? So Raj, one of these questions asked you was, how did you use the AI? Is it custom API calls to open AI, or are you using Glide AI?
Glide AI forever and always.
Okay, so that answers that. So
that's really so easy to use. Like why?
Yeah, and we constantly upgrade it when a new model comes out. We often
the results are great. Like I didn't get a complaint yet from Glide AI results. Like
it does. Nate, you can't steal it. In Glide, your imagination is the limit. We love that. So Mike's got a great question.
To brand it like here on my chest.
Yes. Mike has a great question. Do you have a specific industry you prefer working in?
Service providers. So not people who are selling products. I had like 1 or 2 clients like this. I feel like dealing with inventory is just boring. Services is like, because I'm giving service, So I feel like more connected to this kind of clients. It's easier to sell. And yeah.
That's a good one. Francisco's got a great question. How do you charge your customers? Is it based on ROI, like a profit sharing, or do you have an initial build fee? That's a good
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, it's a good question. I have several methods. I won't go to profit. It's, I don't know. I want to be part of your business if I want to get profit, not only from the Glide app, but from your whole business if I want to be your partner. But I'm using two main methods. One is fixed price, and then basically I will scope out with the client. I'm going to have a scoping meeting, paid scoping meeting for like 2-3 hours, and we're going to scope the whole thing. And then in the end of that, I will have a thoughts of like how long it's going to take me, how hard I need to work for it.
Yeah.
For example, if you want some integration that I never encountered before, it's going to cost me more to investigate and to find solution for that. It's going to be harder. So there's fixed price, and then you will get QA rounds and some warranty period and stuff like that. Or he can buy hourly bank. You can buy 5, 15, 40 hours if you just want to hire me, basically. And then we either meet on Zoom meetings or you're just going to give me tasks or whatever it is. It's best for maintenance, ongoing maintenance and development, not for the first phase. I mean, usually it's going to be the fixed price first. We're going to build the solution, and then you're going to hire me for more hours for specific add-ons and stuff like that. I did study something new recently, which is going well, which is recurring maintenance fee. It's a bit low, but it's only for bug fixing, and that's it. Or maybe talk with Glide in your behalf, but that's it,
Yeah.
like very minimal. And
So
I
like a
charge it for
retainer
like,
fee.
yeah, I charge very less, but I close my 5th client with that, and it's nice. They have some, people subscribe to me. Like subscription is a great business model.
It is recurring revenue is a fantastic model. Like the build fee, I think I get asked this every week. Like I literally meet with 20 experts a week on my calendar, and people who are new to Glide they always ask me how do they need to price their services, and that's why I ask you these questions, because it's so good. Some people build and turn it over. Some people build and don't turn it over and maintain that maintenance, and some people build and their client doesn't even know. They just interact with the software. There's so many ways to do this. It just depends on how you want to do it and what your client wants.
Yeah, it also
So
depends on your client. Some clients are
yes,
more involved than others. So some clients want to learn and understand Glide. Some don't care. So
they just want the software, which Glide is fantastic at. So
yeah.
this is really great. So Mark wants to know, do you work alone, or do you have other developers on your team?
I have another developer. It's really hard to find somebody to work with you. It's really, really hard. I tried many times. Now I'm working with one guy. He's good. He still might need my help from time to time, but it's good. Like it's really it's pretty new. It's like we now finish our 3rd project together. It's going well. I'm gonna keep hiring him. But yeah, I want to hire more. Like I wish I could just close sales and go inside some meeting just to solve this big, like this, more complex problems. But it's really hard to find somebody as dedicated as you for your business, because it's not his business. So I think it's any industry is like that. But yeah, it's just fine to find somebody that's you can trust fully. Yeah.
Well, Francisco's got a good idea. Maybe you should build it for us, Francisco. An app, a scouting app. That's when you go into these meetings, it'll automatically price it for you. That's a good idea, Francisco. Build it for us. We need it. So
I'm
Raj
using
has some great.
Calendly.
Do what?
I'm using Calendly. What you mean? That you paid for the meeting before it happens, or
No.
you're talking about
He's
something
talking
else?
about when you're in a meeting and you're having
Okay.
these conversations and scoping on the scoping call, having an app that sort of like builds that out at like you built for the tornado company, just as a service.
Oh, okay.
It was just a fun comment. So a great question for Raj is is where are you finding a lot of your leads? This is also a great question I love to ask experts because everybody has a different acquisition channel or multiple acquisition channels.
Well, it depends. I think it depends on where you are in your career, in which point you are. Because in the beginning, I've been everywhere. I had TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, website. I went actively going to Facebook groups and actively respond to people and comment people who are searching CRM and stuff like that. Now, when my business is more mature, is more you have a lot of word to mouth. My website is nicely promoted, so it's easier. I don't need to work as hard as I used to find leads. Of course, being on the expert page is a huge help. I get a lot of leads from there. I think 50% of my leads is from the expert page. Other than that, I have my own Facebook groups. I have YouTube channel. Well, I had TikTok, but I left that. I'm posting on LinkedIn. You basically just need to be everywhere and try to posting to the web somewhere at least once a week. So if somebody search Glide or CRM or whatever it is, your name will be there. Being an event like this right now, it's also helping me to get noticed. So you just need to put yourself out there. That's as much as possible.
And I love that. I often forget you have these Facebook groups where you take businesses or anybody can join and ask questions and you nurture these people. And that's been a great source of business for you. And I love that.
I brand myself as an expert, as much as I can, like whenever I can.
A certified expert.
Yeah. I don't have my badge here, but
Well, you do in other places. So that's what matters. So Giddy, this has been really interesting. I found this to be incredibly powerful, seeing what you're using AI with to empower businesses. I think I think this is fantastic. I appreciate you coming and sharing your time. You answered lots of questions, which I appreciate. So do the experts. And remember, we can keep this conversation going in the experts community, this expert Slack. So Giddy's there. He's active. Any other questions that you have, let's just ask him there. And I know you'll be around for a bit to answer any more questions, Gideon. So, and there's Giddy's website that he just dropped. Good call. Awesome. Any parting words, Giddy?
Wow. I think one of the things that I really love about Glide is the expert community. I'm visiting Slack channel more than I visit my email and Messenger. I love it. It's such a friendly and family-like community. Of course, I'm here for a very long time, so I know everybody really, really well. And I met Jesus in Miami, which was awesome. It's felt really, really good. I could not stop smiling. And then I met David in New York. The people who work at Glide and the experts, really unique bunch of people. And I love it. I really like each one of you. It's amazing experience to be part of this. I mean, this is one of the best thing about Glide, the people who make it,
So I love that. And the goal here is to go win together. We are a platform that enables incredible software to be created. We've attracted incredible innovators and builders like yourself that solve real world business problems. And this is what our experts are doing. And it's meaningful and it matters and it's impactful to people's lives. And it's absolutely beautiful. So for those who haven't joined the experts program, you can go to glideapps.com/experts-program. If you're not certified, you should get certified. It's all on the site, on the website on how to do that. Then when you're certified, you can come hang out with us in Slack with some crazy guys like Giddy. We've got a lot. So Gideon, thanks so much. It's been an honor having this chat with you. And it's been fun hanging out with you behind the scenes. And I apologize I couldn't make it to Miami for your trip. But next time, I promise I'll be there.
Yeah, next time I'm going to visit the U.S. in the summer. So I won't freeze to death in New York.
Let's do it. I'll make sure I meet you there. Okay, y'all, thank you so much for coming. This concludes our interview with Gideon.
It is a show, the bread show.
No, it's the Giddy show today.
Yeah.
All right, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. Bye, y'all.
Bye, everybody.